On in Austin, Texas, video showed protesters appearing to cheer as a homeless man's belongings were set on fire. Looting was rampant in California, even to the well-to-do Bay Area of Walnut Creek. In one bizarre episode caught on tape, looters appeared to be looting other looters. Perez, if you'll turn the mic on, sir, we will get to, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Is it Adolfo?
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
A little traffic out there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where are all these people staying at home?
I don't know.
Defender Minka, a little bit about you. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cardinal fan, so you got them here. Yeah. We need to get the Cardinals playing. So, well, it's a good question to start off. You are a lawyer, public defender in Hinds County?
I am. I became a lawyer because I wanted justice for ordinary people, but especially the disenfranchised and the poor. And I understand that the law is rooted in property relations. And like hierarchical government, sometimes it makes the criminal look like the victim and the victim look like the criminal.
Yeah.
So that's why I became a lawyer. And yeah, I am a public defender here in Hinds County.
How long have you been a lawyer now, doing this as far as public defender?
About 6 years.
Is it easy, as if you give advice to somebody coming up and where you came from, that be careful, you'll be disillusioned?
Yeah, you can run into disillusionment and burnout, mostly because what you see, like I said, you go in with this idea of trying to get justice for ordinary people, but then you see a system by its very nature, by the very process of it, it punishes people who are supposed to be under the Constitution innocent until they are actually proven guilty. But you have a situation, if somebody is not associated with a certain class status, they find themselves arrested and having to post bond. If they can't post that bond, they find themselves in jail for months.
Yeah.
And these kind of things, losing their homes and jobs.
And that's been going on for a while. I have to tell you, for the last year and a half, 2 years, as far with prison reform, and we've had Justice Randolph on the air with me in the Supreme Court of the state of Mississippi, just trying to get this thing moved. It seems to be, for the last couple of years, with the administrations in prison reform and what we've done here in the state, at least it looks like it's moving forward. Yeah. We got a long way to go, but at least we're getting some things done.
Yeah. I think that some people believe that some things are getting done, but I don't really think the criminal justice system as it is now constructed, I don't really think it can really be reformed. I think it is fundamentally unfair to a certain class of people, regardless of race, and in order for that to change, the system would have to be totally deconstructed and be built anew.
When you say that, and again, my guess is Defender Minka, where is that injustice? I mean, you get a public defender, you don't get a high-priced lawyer, we understand that, right. But what else could they add to that? Well,
like I mentioned before,
just a speedy trial would be number one.
Yeah, a speedy trial, but the process, this whole idea in the justice system that somebody is presumed innocent. People are not presumed innocent. From the moment that someone is charged with a crime, accused of a crime, they are viewed as guilty. And really, they are put in a situation where they have to fight to prove their innocence instead of the state having to prove their guilt in many instances, because the legal system, it promotes or supports a certain kind of property relations. And the people who are poor, the system is meant to basically exploit and degrade. It's a system of exploitation and degradation. The legal system
is that
itself.
Done, Adolfo, with the denial of bond for the most part?
That's one of the ways it's done. That's one of the ways it's done. But you have lawyers and judges. They don't treat people who are accused with crimes fairly. Everybody doesn't receive a fair trial under this system.
Your thoughts, and I wish we had more time, but the bumper's going to play in a moment or two, and I got to get you back when you can spend some time with us. And I understand you got caught in traffic, and we also have another guest scheduled at 8:37. But your thoughts on what's going on as far as the riots are concerned?
Well, I think what's happening with the riots is just a reflection of some of the things that we just talked about. Mm-hmm. We're talking about a legal system when police or other people in authority in this society, they kill people, they allowed to walk away with impunity. And even when they do face trial, many times they are not convicted. And what we see in the streets now are people really taking matters into their own hands. And really it's a reflection of frustration with a system that has degraded people and killed people for years and years.
So you just said that the system is legally killing innocent people out there, and you're talking about the police department?
Yes, the police state, yes.
The police department, and in any specific one, or are you just talking about across the United States of America? Monolithically, the police in this country, black and white, are legally killing people without any reason at all.
Without any reason at all, because the reason that these people do this, the police, I'm not talking about individual police officers now. I'm talking about the system of policing.
You think
itself.
that went on in Minnesota? You think it went on in Minnesota?
Yes, I do believe
it happen? Does it happen in Detroit?
It happens in Detroit. It happens in Jackson, Mississippi. It happens in Chicago. It happens in St. Louis.
Yeah, all of those places have been for the last 3, 4, 5, or even 6 decades under Democrat rule. The Democrats are the one who are appointing the police chief.
I agree. But this is not a question of Democrats or Republicans.
Why isn't it? Because it is. If I ask you before this, if I would have asked you, does leadership matter in this, you would have said absolutely. So you can't get by the second part of this.
Well, no, I would not say that leadership matter because I'm a left libertarian. Mm-hmm. I believe in liberty and popular self-government. I don't believe in a republic. A republic fundamentally means a class of elite rulers who state plan on behalf of the people and claim to speak on behalf of the people.
When you have a situation like in Detroit or in many other places in this country, when the African Americans, for the most part, Democrats, but in many cases, African Americans are a majority on the city council, are a majority as far as the police department, are a majority there, but you still have this infraction. Where do we go from there?
Well, where we go from there is popular self-government. It's people need to decide the way that the society is laid out and planned. People claim that this is a democracy. In the dictionary, democracy is defined as majority rule. We don't have it.
So in essence, we need more of a totalitarianism government. We need more of a dictatorship. We need to move toward democracy or socialism. Or you're not making a lot of sense here.
We need to move towards direct democracy, direct governance by the people themselves, and not the elite rulers and state planners.
We are a republic form of government here. We have representation. That representation's let you down as far as Democrats are concerned, and a majority of those are African Americans.
No, a Republican government is representation of people. People are not making the decisions for themselves.
This would be a great whole hour that I got to do in the future, and if you'll come back, sir.
I will.
You got it. Defender Minka, who's a lawyer, public defender. Anthony Wilson, President, CEO, Mississippi Power. Coming up after the break.